Hi, Wong Eaton here. Welcome to my channel where I talk about the Fanime Project, how to get you inspired and impact your world. Stay tuned. Rule number one. Should I call it rule? It's not rule. Smile. Learn to smile at yourself. This is very, very critical because you cannot smile at yourself, you'll not be able to smile at people. Try. Starts with this. Look at yourself in the mirror and then just like A, B, and C, make it curve. If you're not comfortable with your teeth, you can do it without teeth. Rule number two, learn how to laugh at yourself. Learn how to look yourself in the mirror and oh, today I did messed up. Why? Talk to yourself as if you're talking to another person. Learn to do that. I mean, you're not crazy, but what you're actually doing is you're going to expand your world of security. Because when you learn to talk to yourself as a person, you're actually building up your self-confidence. In a way, we'll touch on that later. Number three, learn to step out of your comfort zone. Don't do things because you really feel this is who you are and this is how you have to do it. Okay? You go to an event, you are shy. Don't stick to yourself. Don't just stick to the people you know. Learn to say hi to people you've not met before. Learn to remember the smile. Try that smile. The smile. You reach out, extend yourself. Learn to push yourself. Learn to step out of your cycle, your little box. You know, the world is small, but sometimes we tend to live in a very small box. Anyways, let's get to what I'm gonna talk about today. So I got up early today. I did a quick run around the block, and also I felt really good and excited about today because it's Valentine's Day. We just gotta give out the love, gotta share the love. And so back to what I was saying about the Fanime Project. The Fanime Project came out of my time at the Los Angeles Dream Center. Basically, it's a saying at the Los Angeles Dream Center.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Kelly Bradley.
Good evening and welcome to the Legends. Tonight we will be starting a new tradition as we will be honoring one student by presenting them with the Matthew Barnett Award. And now for the award. The Matthew Barnett Award will be given to a student who has portrayed the heart of the Dream Center, a student who has truly caught the heart of Pastor Matthew's vision, someone who's passionate about serving and loving on others and has dedicated their life to the motto, find a need and fill it, find a hurt and heal it.
The Matthew Barnett Award.
All right, here we go. And the legend goes to Ubong Eaton.
Thank you. My story goes a long way, but I remember stepping in here on a Thursday, on the week of a snake pig, and I was healed of depression in this place. And just coming back and spending my time in the movement has totally changed my life. And thank you all. I love you all, Jerry class. You're all so great, and thank you. Thank you. Ten years ago, my world was this small. I thought life was about me, myself, my family, and maybe it's part of the culture that I didn't get to see a bigger picture of what life is. But stepping out of my comfort zone, leaving my home country, really expanded my perspective on life. And Just meeting great people along the journey of life has just really, really changed how I look at things. And one of my most incredible experience will have to be at the Los Angeles Dream Center. And it's just amazing to see the track record of the Dream Center, how each ministry was started and how needs are being met and how lives are being impacted. And when when I experienced this and I thought about where I came from, I looked at the problems in the country. I'm like, wait a minute, we can apply these concepts right here, into addressing problems in a nation. We can use the same concepts to really change the face of a nation. And so I started looking at what's the big issue here? What's the problem here? And the country at heart is Nigeria. I left Nigeria about almost a decade ago. I spent 18 years of my life there. So it's a country that it's quite dear in my heart. And one of the issues that I found was unemployment, a really high rate of unemployment. And statistics says that's about 60% live below the poverty line. And you start looking down into the numbers. This is a country that is not, you wouldn't really consider a country a poor country, but it's a country that has a history of things not just being done the right way. And we can sit down and talk about the things that have gone wrong over the decades. That it doesn't matter if we do not come to a place where we can be a solution to a problem that a country is facing. And I really feel that the people of a country living outside of the country, people who have been migrated to different countries, they have a better perspective of how to look back into their country and really offer solutions that could solve the problems of their country and make life much more better. So I could imagine a country like Nigeria with a lot of Nigerians living overseas, they could play a role in shaping the face of Nigeria. In a little bit we'll come back. We'll talk about the platform that we're introducing and how we hope this could really help in changing the face of Nigeria. How many times they've told us the same thing? Not once, not twice, decades. The same story, different characters. We have a generation that believes their story as reality. But we who left know better. We have seen the light, and we know the good is possible. Change is possible. We who left can make a difference. We together can have a voice. We together can redefine the future. We can be the voice of the forgotten people. Project, redefining futures. So the problem in Nigeria is high rate of unemployment, and within the subset of unemployment, we found that 54% is related to youth unemployment. And if you're looking at a country with going up about 180 million people, and 60% is said to be the population of young people in a country, you're looking at quite a high number of unemployment in the country, and that is not a really positive sign. We have graduates from university that do not have jobs. We have people who studied one thing at the university, they're finished, but now they don't know what to do with what they studied at the university. You have people that study physics, and all they can do now is probably be a teacher, which is not bad, but some don't even have the opportunity to do what really they studied for. So we're looking at all these different variables, and what can we do when things are going on like this? The morale of the youth actually goes down, And one of the things, one of the light we saw down the tunnel was Nigerian film industry. The Nigerian film industry is it's quite a story on itself, how it started, and what it is today, and it's just an amazing story to really study the roots of that. We saw an opportunity in the Nigerian film industry, and the question was now, what if we tap into the opportunity that this industry has to offer? The valuation of the industry not long ago was at about $3 billion, but the actual revenues from the industry is not up to that. And it's an industry that has created a lot of opportunities to people in the country. And how can we support this industry? How can we maximize the opportunity in this industry? And I'll make it quick. We came up with a platform known as Opify. What we're trying to achieve is, one, help the industry. Number two, help talents, discover talents, develop them, and also support working professionals in the Nigerian film industry. Since the beginning of the industry, it has always been a direct-to-video industry, and of course we know about the detriments of digital piracy, and this has been what's been affecting the industry. And with that said, what we came up with, it's like a movie rewards program. And how this movie rewards works: if you're in Nigeria and you go to a cinema, a participating cinema, what happens is you buy your tickets as you would do to see a movie, but then you check in on the app. Once you check in on the app, you can accumulate points. It's just like other loyalty programs. You accumulate points each time you check into a cinema that you actually bought tickets at. And the same concept will apply to merchants as well. So if you go to a retail store that sells a DVD or even music CDs, once you go to these places, you can also make your purchase, and then you check in on the app. You'll collect points as well at these places. And we're going to go even further and extend it to other platforms as well, including online platforms. So if you subscribe to iRoku TV or maybe Netflix, and the same thing, if you are in Nigeria, you can go to the app, and we'll be creating a subset of that where you can also collect points based on. Basically, we're covering all platforms that you can consume content within Nigeria. What we want to do with these points, like these points it's kind of like serves as an incentive where you are able to, take those points and redeem it for something. I think in the long run, it will play into creating a loyal base, a loyalty base that really supports the industry. Like, I could imagine, it's like I have these points. Like I love points. Like I'm always about the points, and so I think if I'm excited about accumulating points using my cards, I could imagine people in Nigeria, consumers in Nigeria, what they could do with these points. And at the moment, we're offering airtime for the phone. So with the points they're able to accumulate now, they can redeem it for airtime for their phones. And in future, we're gonna add up different reward items as we grow. That's the first part. And the second part is Opify Air. That's Artists in Residency. This is two parts to it. The first part is how we can encourage, inspire upcoming storytellers. So here we want to develop talents, if you graduates from, recent graduates from film school, we want to support them, coach them through that process. And the second part is for the working professionals. We could be a consultancy platform where we can help them shape their stories better. We can take their stories from, right from when it's a script. We could look at the script and see ways we could improve that script. So by the time it goes into production, already a quality story is coming out of the box, And so we want to be two things with Opify. One, support the industry, help it grow, let the valuation of $3 billion become a reality, whereby artists, actors are not starving. They're not jumping from one film to another just to, make ends meet. Because that's the story, that's the reality, that not all actors in Nigeria are able to, live off what they just finished filming. So we want to see how we can help the industry in that way. And the second part is how we can support upcoming storytellers, and also how we can be a kind of like a consultancy platform for working professionals to really help them up their game, bring their best game to the table. And so this is what we are going to work on in Nigeria. Upify, this is our first initiative in Nigeria on the platform of the Fanime Project. So I'll be updating every 2 weeks on what's going on, what we're doing, and if you want to stay connected, want to know what's happening, you can subscribe and you get notified when we update, what's going on with the Fanime Project. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope you have a beautiful Valentine's Day and make someone smile. All right, from Southern California, this is Obong Eaton with the Fanime Project.